Wait lang po saglit lang po. Hi there. Good morning everyone. I was tasked to share to you about test construction. Last 2 weeks ago, our dear principal assigned me to collect sample summative tests from each department. Despite her busy schedule, Ma'am Susan spared her extra time to check the summative tests submitted to her. After checking and evaluating the sample summative test, she realized that there is a need to recall about test construction. So, this is to give technical assistance to teachers for the content and pedagogy. We all know the whole idea of teaching and learning in school is for students' holistic development. Pag sinabi nating holistic, tumutukoy ito sa intellectual, emotional, social, physical, artistic, creative, and spiritual potentials of the students. So napaka-importante na pinaghahandaan at pinag-iisipan natin yung pagbibigay natin ng test sa mga bata. Okay? So even in this time of pandemic, dapat hindi tayo basta-basta nagbibigay ng ating summative test. Pinaghahandaan natin, marami tayong mga bagay-bagay na dapat isaalang-alang. Okay? So proper assessment is needed to safeguard test integrity and validity in order to enhance the teaching and learning process. Okay, so test construction, what does it mean? It refers to the science and art of planning, preparing, administering, scoring, statistically analyzing, and reporting results of the test. Alam naman natin yan sa um, normal setup of education, napakaraming proseso ang pinagdadaanan sa paggawa ng test. Okay? So, andyan yung una, gagawa muna tayo ng test result. Okay? Makikipag-ugnayan tayo sa ating mga ka-grade level o subject teachers na pinag-uusapan natin as to how the test be constructed, kung anong yung type of test na ibibigay natin. And then after that, gagawa tayo ng draft, okay, following the TOS. We are sparing time to ask the department chairperson, okay, to check the test that we made. Okay, kung may empty man, pinapacheck natin yan sa ating department, katulad sa science department. Okay? And then, anong ginagawa natin after that? After we administer the test to the students, so ginagawan pa natin ng test result, kinukuha na natin ng correct response, okay? So, kung ano yung mga topic na mastered na nila at hindi nila mastered, okay? So, ang pinaka-importante doon ay malaman natin kung natuto ba when it comes to the mastery, okay? Marami ba ang naka 75% above or baka naman mas marami ang or may mga ilang bata na napag-iiwanan sa salaylayan, yung mga nasa non-mastery level. So sometimes tayo ng mga teachers okay, ako honestly na nararamdaman ko yun kapag alam ko sa palagay ko na ginawa ko naman, I already did my best, but my best wasn't still not good enough. So nalulungkot ako na parang ano ba to, tama ba yung track na napili ko? Parang nandidismaya tayo, okay? So siguro naman yung iba rin, ganun ang feeling. Nakaka-depress kung minsan, nagkakaroon tayo, nagre-reflect tayo, okay? So para sa atin, problema talaga, problema yung kahit ilang ratio, kahit ilang percent pa yan, na nagkakaroon naapektuhan tayo kapag ang mga estudyante or may ilang estudyante na hindi natututo. Okay? So, for every problem, there is a solution. If you are not part of the solution, then you are part of the problem. Okay? According to Chinky Tan. So, dahil gano'n ang pakiramdam natin, affected tayo, so hindi tayo pumapayag, ginagawan pa rin natin ang paraan, So anong ginagawa natin? Nagkakaroon tayo ng intervention base doon sa ating test result. But don't you know, my dear fellows, okay, students who got low grades in exams are sometimes caused by faulty test questions. So may ganun pala, okay? So isang factor ito kung bakit may mga ilang bata din na okay, may mababang resulta, okay, sa test nila, no? Napaka-importante. So, anong halimbawa natin dito, okay? So, ayan. So, let me read, my dear fellows. As astronomer discover a new star, he described it as reddish in color. So, what information can you get from the description just given? So, kung titignan natin, medyo nakakalito siya, no? Kasi hindi siya direct to the point. Siguro mas maganda kung sabihin or i-state siya in this way. If the star is reddish in color, what does it mean? Diba? So, direct to the point. Okay? And then the next one, apart from the Earth's gravitational pull, what other forces might act on the satellites? Okay? So, ito, isa pa to na medyo confusing din. Okay? So, hindi direct to the point. Mas mainam siguro kung state natin siya just like this. So, what force might act on the satellite? Okay? So, katulad yan, forces, plural. Pero sa bawat choice natin, tig-isa lang naman yung given. So, medyo malilito pa ang bata dito. So, napaka-importante ho talaga. Ang gusto lang pinapakita nito, okay, ay talagang sa paggawa ko ng ating test ay talagang pinag-iisipan natin ng mabuti. Okay? Kung ito ba ay hindi nakakalito kapag binasa ba ito ng mga bata, lalo na yung mga students at risk or academically challenged students, low-performing students natin, ay madali ba nilang maunawaan? Okay? Malamang sa mga magagaling natin mga estudyante, sa mga gifted natin na dear students, kahit ganyan kagulo or medyo confusing, makukuha nila yan eh. Pero paano naman yung mga estudyante na uh, um, nasa laylayan na sinasabi natin, ano? So, napaka-importante niya na talagang dapat ay pinaghahandaan nating maayos ang paggawa ng ating test questions. Okay? So, the evaluation of pupils' progress is a major aspect of the teacher's job. Okay? So, napaka-importante niyan. Okay? Yung result. Kasi yan yung pinaka-feedback ng ginagawa nating pagtuturo sa kanila. So, I am pretty sure that you are all 100% agree with this statement. Okay? So, hindi lang basta tayo nagpapa-exam, okay, malaking bagay yan. Bukod sa, excuse me, bukod sa dyan nakasalalay ang grade nila, okay? So, hindi lang basta ganun natatapos yun, okay? Because we are producing lifelong learners, okay? So, itong halimbawa natin, so science again, pagpasensyahan nyo na, okay? Dahil ako ay science teacher, so sabi ng isang bata, ba't mo minimemorize yan? Sagot naman ng isa, ganun naman magpa-test si teacher eh. Memory work. Eh ano ngayon kung mamememorize mo yung definition ng photosynthesis, sabi naman ng isa, sagot naman niya, at least baka score ako at baka pasano. Okay? So, our students were trained to memorize information. After they have memorized facts, then what? Okay? So, teaching without an application is worthless. Okay? Sa panahon natin ngayon, hindi po pwedeng ganyan. Napaka-importante ng may application. Sabi ko nga kanina, we are producing lifelong learners. So, yung ating old belief about teaching, education is a process where the notes of the teachers or the contents in the books are transferred to the notebooks of the students without understanding them. So ito ay hindi na uso. Iba na ho yung panahon natin ngayon. Magagaling na yung mga bata natin. We are living in a 21st century. Okay, so a 21st century learner needs a 21st century teacher. So talagang kailangan even yung paggawa ng pag-construct ng test ay talagang dapat pang 21st century. Okay? Uh, kasi, sabi ko nga kanina, hindi lang tayo basta nagturo, importante dito yung na-apply nila, okay? So, na magagamit nila in the near future. So, since we are facing with a kind of word that is very challenging, okay? So, dapat naihanda natin ang ating mga estudyante to cope up with the fast changing world. Okay, so sabi rito, what are the tests for? Para saan nga ba ang test? Bakit nga ba tayo nagpapatest? So, let me read to you, my dear fellows. So, una, sabi, inform learners and teachers of the strengths and weaknesses of the process. So, para malaman natin yung kanilang strengths and weaknesses, not only to the teachers, syempre, especially to the students. Okay? Motivate learners to review or consolidate specific material. Okay, syempre kapag mataas ang grado nila, talagang mamomotivate yan. Yung mga bata naman na mapag-iiwanan, okay? So, talagang importante dyan na matap natin sila para naman at least mamotivate at mag-aral ng mabuti. Okay? So, kahit wala tayong periodical test, summative test, and performance test lang yung naibibigay natin, importante yan na chine-check natin, okay, kung may progress ba ang bata from the first summative test given up to the last summative test, okay, in every quarter. So ano pa, bakit pa tayo nagpapatest? So to guide, okay, the planning, development of the ongoing teaching process. Okay, so nagbigay ka ng unang summative test, mababa ang bata. Okay, so yan, palulusutin pa natin kasi isang beses pa lang. Second summative test, mababa pa rin. So, dapat napapaisip na tayo ng mga teachers, okay? Pag tatlo, apat, at consistent siyang mababa, so dapat talagang sa pangalawa, pangatlo, dapat ginagawa na natin ang paraan, dapat tinatap natin yung bata, kinukol natin yung attention, kinukol natin yung attention ng magulang, at ginagawa natin ang paraan. Okay, so kung kailangan magbigay tayo ng additional activities, okay, so kung kailangan turuan natin siya through video call, okay, i-tutor natin siya, okay, virtually. So, dapat talagang ginagawa natin ng paraan. Dapat, sabi nga, sa panahon ngayon, wala dapat mga batang napag-iiwanan. Okay? Kahit ganito yung sistema natin, mapa-online man yan or modular, ay dapat ginagawan ho natin ng paraan. Okay? So, another, create a sense of accomplishment. Okay? So, yan. May mga may mga portfolio tayo, meron tayong mga reflection na pinapagawa sa mga bata, okay? So yung kanilang performance task, so dapat nabibigyan din ng emphasis yan. Kailangan nagkakaroon din ng justice yung pag-grade natin sa kanila para naman mas lalo silang ma-motivate even in this kind of situation. Okay, so another, to determine if the objectives have been achieved. Okay, kaya may tinatawag, kaya kinukompute natin yung test result, di ba, sa periodical test yun. Pero sa panahon natin ngayon, hindi man natin ginagawa ng test result, pero upon okay monitoring, no, consistently the result of the summative test given to each of the students, so dapat okay nakikita natin ano yung kung natututo ba ang bata, kung hindi natututo, sabi ko nga itap natin. Okay, pinapaulit-ulit ko lang, okay? So gusto ko kasing mabigyan ng emphasis 'yon, no? And then another, encourage improvement. Okay? So kung bakit natin ginagawa, syempre to encourage improvement. Okay? And another, encourage improvement. So inuulit-ulit na naman, okay? Pinapaulit-ulit ng aking PowerPoint presentation. Okay? Para nga andito tayo ng mga teacher, okay? Para matuto ang bata, para tayo ay magturo at may handa sila sa mga susunod na panahon na kanilang tatahakin. Okay? So kung medyo sa una mababa sila, sa pangalawa may improvement, okay, sometimes kahit nagra-random man lang tayo ay may naku-call tayong bata, okay, malaking bagay na yun na naku-congratulate natin kasi may kahit konting improvement, at least improvement pa rin yun. So yung mga bata naman natin na talagang magagaling, talagang consistently na matataas ang kanilang nakukuha, so ah, lalo sa online, ano, so dapat kahit papaano ay nababati din natin sila. Okay? So sa paraan na alam natin, ano? Okay, so barriers in test construction. So si Miss Alanganin, confusing statements. So yan, nakakasira yan sa ating magandang test, okay? And then, from Mr. Highfalutin, yun, yung difficult vocabulary, okay? Kapag hindi masyadong familiar yung words o kaya, okay, kung hindi masyadong maintindihan, ano, kailangan pa nilang tumingin sa dictionary para lang maintindihan yung salita na yun. Medyo mahirap, nakakagulo yan sa ating test, hindi yan nakakatulong. Si Miss Medaldal naman, yung excessive wordiness, okay? You know, na redundant, ano? Napaulit-ulit lang din yung word, yung meaning niya, okay? So, nakakagulo yan sa ating test construction. So, dapat di tayo nagbibigay niyan. Si Miss Magulo, complex sentence structure. So, i-cross natin yan, ano? Si Miss Malabo, unclear instructions. So, importante na klaro yung ating instructions sa pagbibigay ng test. Okay? So, what are the characteristics of good tests? Okay, so the first one is validity. So, what is the meaning of validity? So, validity is the extent to which the test measures what it intends to measure. Okay? So, there are several types of test validity. So, let me show it to you, my dear fellows. Okay, so the first one is the phase validity. So that is as simple as long as a test consists of questions on the subject it is claiming to be testing, then it has phase validity. Okay, so alangan naman ang subject, science mo is a subject or math. And then, may mga tanong ka doon na, okay, ibang subject. So, nagkakaroon ng confusing. Iba naman yung ginagawa natin sa pagtuturo. Kasi sa pagtuturo, talagang kailangan natin ma-integrate yan sa ibang subject. Ano? Kasama yan sa ating indicator, sa ating COT, yung across the curriculum content. So, kaya na-integrate natin. Pero sa test, kailangan specific tayo. Okay? And then, so po pwede din naman yung halimbawa sa reading, okay? Sa English o kaya sa Filipino, no? May kaugnayan sa AP, may paragraph ka na story doon na pinabasa mo. So okay lang 'yon. Kasi ang ano mo naman ang tinitignan mo naman doon is the comprehension. Okay, kung naintindihan ba ng bata, okay lang 'yun. Hindi yung science ka tapos uh, bigla mong ititwish yung tanong sa ibang subject, medyo nakakalito. Okay? So, yun yung ibig sabihin dyan. And then, we have also the content validity. So, ano ba, pasok ba sa MELC yung mga questions, na ano yung mga, yung mga questions na binibigay natin sa summative test? Nakaangkla pa din ba yan sa level of cognitive taxonomy o tinatawag natin Bloom taxonomy, yung knowledge, comprehension, application, analysis, synthesis, and evaluation? Okay? And then, we have also the construct validity. If the test is to measure students' ability to use proper grammar in the English language, then the question must be on their grammatical skills. Natural. Okay? So, ano naman ang ibig sabihin ng reliability? Okay? So, usually naririnig kasi natin yan, reliability, validity kapag ka gumagawa ng thesis, ano? Magpapavalidate. So, hindi lang sa ganon. Okay? Sinasaalang-alang din natin yan sa paggawa po ng test. Okay? So, what does reliability mean? So, the consistency with which a test measures what is supposed to measure. So, the word consistency, naintindihan po natin yan. Okay? Pag nagparitest ka, kung ano yung tanong mo, kung ano yung mga tanong mo doon sa binigay mong summative test, kailangan ganun pa rin. Okay? Kung may babaguhin ka man, maaring yung statement pero yung mismong tanong na gusto mong uh, masagot nila ay andun pa rin. Okay? Kailangan may consistency. Next, we have also the usability. So the test can be administered with ease, clarity, and uniformity. Okay? Napaka-importante na klaro. Okay? Organize. And then, other things to consider, scorability, easy to score. Siyempre, kailangan mas madali yung pag-score natin kung gumagawa sa kung multiple choice man yan, sa bagay sa ating ODL ay kayang-kaya natin yan. Sa MDL lang tayo medyo nahirapan kasi talagang chine-check natin isa-isa. So, syempre, nasa sa atin na yun ng mga teachers. Gagawa ba tayo ng mga tanong na mahirap score? At the end, tayo rin naman ang mahihirapan kasi tayo ang mag-check, ano? And then, we have interpretability. So, what does it mean? Interpretability, test results can be properly interpreted and is a major basis in making sound educational decisions. So, dapat, okay, dapat when it comes to interpretability, so dapat kaya nating ma-interpret, kaya natin ma-analyze, ano? And then other things to consider, economical. So the test can be reused without compromising the validity and reliability. So halimbawa, nagbigay tayo ng diagram or table, okay? Napakalaki na space na ginugol uh, sa ating test. And then magbibigay ka lang ng tanong na isa. So dapat at least makapagbigay tayo out from that table or a diagram or a drawing, no? At least makapagbigay tayo ng 2 or 5 hanggang 5 na tanong, pwede na yon. Okay? So, to be able to prepare a good test, one has to have a mastery of the subject matter, knowledge of the pupils to be tested, skill in verbal expression, and the use of the different test format. Okay? So sabi nga, you can give what you don't have. So naniniwala naman po tayo na ang mga teacher po ng Tagumpay National High School, okay, they are very competent, okay, when it comes to teaching and learning process. Hindi ho sila humaharap sa mga bata nang hindi sila nakahanda. Okay, yan ay nasaksihan namin sa aming classroom observation and supervision. Okay? Next, we have the general steps in test construction. Ito naman ay pang periodical test. Okay? Pero hindi man natin ito may apply pero at least sa ating summative test kahit 1 to 30, 1 to 40 yan in every topic or unit. Okay? So dapat pinag-iisipan din natin, isinasaalang-alang din natin yung Bloom's taxonomy na nasa TOS natin. So, dapat pinaghahandaan din natin yan, order din, okay? So, ina-analyze natin. And then, we have the table of specifications. So, dadaanan ko lang ito kasi part pa rin ito ng test construction. Kasi sa test construction, sabi ko nga kanina, andun yung Bloom's taxonomy. Hindi lang tayo basta-basta gumagawa. Isinasaalang-alang natin doon yung skills ng bata when it comes to knowledge, comprehension, application, analysis, and so on and so forth. Okay? So, what does it mean? A two-way chart that relates the learning outcomes to the course content. It enables the teacher to prepare a test containing a representative sample of the student behavior in each of the areas tested. Okay? So, sometimes, tayo, naging estudyante din naman tayo, okay? napapamura tayo sa isip man lang natin, ano? Kapag ang teacher ay nagbigay ng mga tanong sa exam na hindi naman niya itinuro, 'di ba? So napaka-importante naman ng 'pag magbibigay ho tayo ng mga tanong, dapat yung naituro naman na natin. Okay? Kasi kawawa naman ang mga estudyante natin. Okay? Lalo ngayon sa panahon natin, ano, hindi natin ginusto ang mga pangyayari. Okay? Katulad sa Enzima Field, so bigla kaming naghapit, no? Bigla rin kaming naghapit, habulin yung mga melts, okay? Na alam namin ay medyo mahaba-haba pa ang pagtuturo namin pero biglang tinapos, okay? So kung ano yung naramdaman namin, mas doble naman doon sa ating mga makabayan, okay? Almost 2 weeks or more than 2 weeks silang nakapagturo. Okay, so I can't imagine kung paano sila naghabol. Pero ayun nga, okay, ang mga guro naman natin ay mapamaraan. Okay, um, kayang-kaya nila yon. So katulad ng narinig natin kahapon, okay, kung paano nila in-address yung problem, ayun, kahit tapos na yung klase, nag-send pa rin sila, naghabol sila, nag-send sila ng kanilang mga videos, okay, just to cope up, okay, to the changes, ano, para hindi naman maiwanan ano yung melt. Talagang kahit papaano ginawan pa rin nila ng paraan, okay? So wala naman tayong question doon kasi hindi naman natin ginusto yung pangyayari na nagkaroon tayo ng bagyo, okay? So the levels are the guiding post in constructing test items. Regardless of what type of teacher-made test, the teacher will prepare. The items must follow the pattern set for evaluation. So the following items are features of levels with regards to the objectives of the lesson. So ano ba yung mga levels? Ito nga yun. So under the Bloom's taxonomy, so knowledge, halimbawa, sino ang kauna-unahang bayani ng Pilipinas na nakipaglaban sa mga Kastila, okay? So kahit makikita natin na ganyan lang yung simple ng tanong, pero actually it tests the knowledge, okay, of the students. And then, comprehension. Ano naman yung halimbawa? So, bakit sa tabi ng dagat naninirahan ang mga sinaunang Pilipino? So, may tanong na bakit. Okay? Talagang mapapaisip yung estudyante. And then, application. It requires the pupils to use previously acquired information in a setting other than the one in which it was learned. Example, alin sa mga sumusunod ang uri ng pamumuhay noong panahon ng martial law? Okay, so talagang mapapaisip yung bata, ano? Application. Okay? And then, we have also the analysis. Alin sa mga sumusunod ang dapat ginawa ng mga Pilipino upang makamit ang inaasam na kalayaan sa panahon ng Kastila. Okay, so, and then the synthesis, example. So, bilang mag-aaral, paano ka makakatulong sa pagpapanatili ng kalinisan ng ating kapaligiran? And then, for evaluation, alin sa mga sumusunod ang higit na mabisang paraan ng pagsupok sa ipinagbabawal na gamot? So, yan. So, may mga halimbawa po tayo. Ano? So, syempre, iba-iba naman yung ating subject. Okay? Alam naman po natin yan. Kung yan ay under sa comprehension, kasi ginagawan ho natin ng TOS yung ating test during the periodical test. Okay? So, bagamat sabi ko nga hindi natin na-apply ang periodical test, still gumagawa pa rin tayo ng summative test. So, dapat isinasaalang-alang pa rin natin yung skills na yan under Bloom's taxonomy. Okay? So, the general rules in writing test questions. So, yung una, number test questions continuously. Kailangan tuloy-tuloy. Okay? And then, keep your test questions in each test group uniform. Dapat may uniformity. Make your layout presentable. Importante yan. Do not put too many test questions in one test group. Okay, so kapag true or false, tama na yung 10 to 15 questions. Kapag multiple choice, a maximum of 30 questions. Matching type, 5 questions per test group o kaya others 5 to 10 questions. Kung yan naman ay multiple choice or problem solving. Okay, 5 points, no? And then, so some additional guidelines to consider when writing items are described below. So avoid humorous items. So classroom testing is very important, and humorous items may cause students to either not to take the exam seriously, so become confused or anxious. So tatama rin ang estudyante. Okay? So pag tinignan niya yung test paper niya, halimbawa, part 1 ng test, okay, nakita niya agad is identification, 1 to 30, tatama rin yan. Kailangan yung saktong-sakto lang. Okay? Kaya, part 2, excuse me, essay. Tapos, ang tanong mo, 4 na tanong, ano? 5 points each. So, maluloka yung bata, tatama rin talaga. Kailangan, excuse me, importante yung talagang saktong-sakto, akmang-akma. Okay? Sa kanilang capacity or level of thinking. So, and then, items should measure one's knowledge of the item, context, not their level of interest. So, write items to measure what students know, not what they do not know. Excuse me. Next, we have here the example, multiple choice test. So, what to look for on multiple choice test. So, when checking the stems for correctness, ensure that the stem asks a clear question. Importante yan. So, reading level is appropriate to the students. So, dapat, okay, kailangan, syempre, kung sila ay grade 7, huwag naman yung sobrang hirap na uh, reading level ang ano natin. Sa bagay, alam na natin yan, okay? Babasahin ko na lang. Yakang-yakan na natin ito, okay? Very, ito ay self-explanatory na lang ito, okay? So, the stem is grammatically correct. Dapat, importante rin yan. Negatively stated stems are discouraged. So, and then, anatomy of a perfect multiple choice test. Example, what is the effect of releasing a ball in positive gravity? So, ayan, talagang malinaw. Another, use negatively stated stems, okay? And when using negative such as not, yan, importante yan, okay? Pag gumagamit tayo ng not, okay, o kaya except, so dapat, ano siya, it cuts an attention easily to the students. So, anong ginagawa natin? Sinusulat natin into big letters, tapos binobold natin para at least kapansin-pansin. So, yung word na not, except, none, so yan. Dapat ganyan ang ginagawa natin, okay? So, next, sa number 2. So, hanggat maaari, iwasan natin gumamit yung none of the above, all of the above. So, as much as possible, meron pa rin tayong maibibigay na question. Okay? Kung tatlo man yan or 4, so yung standard kasi natin is 4, yung choices. So, iwasan ho natin gumamit ng all of the above, none of the above. Okay? Hanggat maaari. And then, make them the right answer na lang. Okay? Don't always make them the right answer, sabi niya. Okay, number 3, only one option should be correct or clearly best. Siyempre, okay, dapat talagang isa lang ang talagang may malinaw na sagot. Okay, so ako ang usually sa quiz B ang aking isa sa aking technique dyan, yung talagang mabigat, yung may sa pagdating sa multiple choice, pinipili ko diyan yung talagang may scientific basis na mabigat kasi yung tatlo almost the same. So dapat meron kang pipiliin na talagang mabigat. So yun yung isa sa technique na ginagawa rin namin pag so bukod sa alam namin na tama ang sagot, okay? Dahil syempre aaralin mo naman 'yan, research mo naman. So isang technique 'yun. And then multiple choice questions All options should be homogeneous and nearly equal in length. So, dapat may ano siya, uniformity. Okay? So, the STEM question should contain only one main idea. Keep all options either singular or plural. So, have 4 or 5 responses per STEM. So, sa atin, usually, ang ginagawa natin is 4. Okay, so multiple choice questions, when using incomplete statements, place the blank space at the end. Importante yun. Okay? So when possible, organize the responses, reduce wordiness. When writing the structures, think of incorrect responses that students might make. So things to remember. Making a good test takes time. Siyempre. Kaya hindi bara-bara kahit 1 to 30 man yan, 1 to 40 for our summative test. So, kailangan yan ay pinag-iisipan at pinaghahandaan at ina-analyze natin. Okay, bago natin i-finalize, ibigay sa mga bata. Okay, rini-review natin, ano? Kung tama ba yung mga numberings, okay, wala ba tayong nalampasan. So, yan. And then teachers have the obligation to provide their students with the best evaluation. Okay? And then tests play an essential role in the life of the students, parents, teachers, and other educators. So break any of the rules when you have a good reason for doing so. Okay? So medyo mabigat, no? So it is better to do something and fail rather than do not nothing, do nothing and play it safe. Okay? So points to ponder. A good lesson makes a good question. A good question makes a good content. A good content makes a good test. So a good test makes a good grade. A good grade makes a good student. A good student makes a good community. So mabigat, okay? Mabigat. So hindi lang basta ganon, natatapos, nakagawa ng summative test, ganon na yun. So, dapat, ayan, kung nakikita naman natin, a good student makes a good community. Yun nga. So, that's it. Thank you. Thank you so much.